Ready? We're going to do three, two, one, camera, action. Well, greetings, everyone. Oh my God, these two kids, we're going to do this interview today. Well, greetings and welcome. I have not done this before. Of course, you've seen me out public speaking and keynote speaking, and of course, you've seen me out doing trainings. But today, in celebration of Women's Month, right, I wanted to do this exclusive interview with my two dear girls right here. So a lot of the time they ask me, Mom, what do you do, right? They see me running around. They think I talk a lot. They're like, what do you actually do? And so today I wanted to do this exclusive video so I could actually have them on camera so they could get to experience, what I do on a daily basis. And so we are going to do a very candid interview today. We're going to have a lot of fun doing this interview, like you always know, bring a lot of energy. So I'm going to make sure I draw the little energy for my girls. But this are my two heartbeats. I mean, if there is anything that you could think about on celebrating women's, right? I have a lot of mentors. I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of sisters. As you all saw the thing I do with Top Ladies of Distinction. And now this is really the backbone of really why I get up every day, why I shine so bright, why I always live by example, because I know I have the two beautiful girls always watching me and getting on my nerves a little bit sometimes. But we're going to start with introductions. So I am going to have, which one should we do? Youngest, oldest?
Young.
Oldest. Okay, of course she's going to say the oldest. Okay, I'm going to have her introduce herself. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Malika Osborne. I'm 17 and I love running track. That's probably my favorite thing to do. And I love my mom and my sister.
She's been so modest. Do you just run track or were you a champion, Malika?
I was a 3200, well, I was the 3200-meter champion for indoor 2025, and I hope to be again for outdoor.
Yes. So shout out to Coach Shep and all the other coaches that actually have really poured into my daughter. This girl, let me tell you something. She has learned how to be a team player, right? That's what you all do in the huddles. That's what you all do when you're going to practice, right? It's never about themselves. It's always about the team, right? So that is one of the things that I am so proud of her for being able to be able to do that, right? And I think she gets the running from you. Do you get the running from me, Malika? And why don't you tell them your best time? What is your record time?
My 1600 time is a 5:46, and my 3200-meter time is a 13:04.
Yeah. You know why she's saying that? And I'm telling you, an average person does not run that fast, okay? So you should be proud of yourself. And so, drum roll, we go to the youngest. All right, introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Ivani Jenkins, and I go to Highland Park Elementary. And I love to do gymnastics and soccer, and I've been doing it for since 2025 to I think 2021, and I've been doing.
Yeah, 2021 to 2020.
It's okay. She could do the math.
And
She wants to do the math.
And I love to do arts and crafts, and I love to draw and do and have fun a lot.
That's good, right? You like wait, you didn't bring your drawings, but anyway,
they're right there.
no, we're gonna bring it later. Oh yeah, we could bring it later, okay? But she is she is so artistic, right? And it is just it's really nice to see that. She started that as a very young girl, when she was really a kid, and now she's actually really perfected doing, obviously, drawing. Right. So my story, a lot of people have never even had this story. Let me tell you why is it so important for us to do this exclusive interview today. It's because, first of all, how old was I when I heard you, Malika?
25.
25 or 24? Oh, you're making me look older a little. That's good. I was 24, right? I was pregnant with Malika in my last year of college, right? And it was 3 days. She was actually supposed to be born the same day I was supposed to give birth, right? But kudos to her, she waited 3 extra days. And that was such a gift because I actually walked on graduation day. and I had Malika, I think two days after, like the next like 3 days after, right? So that's why she's so special. And I'm saying that message to a lot of women, right? A lot of people think about it and they talk about, why do I do what I do every day, right? They're like, wow, Joyce, you're a mom, you're an entrepreneur, you go to work, you keep up with your friends, you do all these things, and how do you do it, right? It's because one of the biggest things as women, we are powerhouses, right? We shine. Everything we put our mind to is brilliant, and you could do it, right? You could do it all. And sometimes a lot of women, put their life on hold because either they feel like, the kids might get in the way. Oh, and it is a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of work, but it is so fruitful because it teaches you so much leadership. It teaches you so much compassion. I will tell you, I will ask this question: who takes the longest in the shower? Who takes the longest in the shower? Malika. Yes, you do. How long you take in the shower? 30 minutes?
I don't take 30 minutes.
You do.
You do.
Doesn't she take 30 minutes to take a shower? No, 30 minutes. But let me tell you what has that let me tell you what has that has taught me, Malika, right? I never knew about self-care. So we talk about self-care every day, right? You go anywhere on any social media or any articles, a lot of the time they talk about self-care, but you don't really know what self-care looks like until you have a teenager in the house, right? And when I talk about this, let me say why I do that, right? When she takes a shower, she gets up in the morning and she takes her time, right? She has a little robe on. She does her little face like really well, right? I mean, everything. And of course, y'all know Joyce. She's all over the place. I'm like, oh, I would never do that. 5 minutes, I'm out, right? And I'm going to tell you a story. This weekend, it was supposed to be mother and daughter self-care day. We were supposed to do our nails, have a little, a spa going on. But Malika was like, why are you rushing to do your self-care today, right? Because I'm like, oh, this is too much.
She was rushing me to do her nails.
Yeah.
On a day where it was just tailored to self-care, she was rushing me to do her nails.
Yes, yes. And what do I do when I go get my nails done?
Rush the nail lady.
I rush the nail ladies, right? So, tip number one, right? Do not underestimate what your kids could teach you. Because what they have taught me, at least her, is how to do that. I mean, you should now see my bathroom. It is full of nothing but self-care, right? It's full of obviously like the facials,
Oh, skincare.
skincare. She taught me how to take care of my skin. A lot of people ask me, why is your skin glowing? This is why, right? But Malika, tell me why that is so important to the young generation on the self-care and how you present yourself and and how you show up. And even when I'm going to the store, she's like, you can't put on that. You gotta dress nice. You gotta always, every time you walk out of your room or every time you walk out of the house, it represents you. So tell me why that is so important, Malika, to be that.
It's very important to me. I just love taking care of myself because I just love feeling good. And if I feel good, I'm way more productive during my day. And I just like sharing that with my mom also. And just because I just love learning about just like new skincare stuff, new skincare hacks or hair care. I love hair care. I love my hair. And I just like teaching my mom about it too.
And you do your own hair?
Yeah, I do my own.
And did you do your sister's hair?
My sister as well.
Yes, yes. So thank you, Malika. That's one of the things, like I said, I don't take that for granted. And then now we're gonna go over to Ivani. Ivani I think she is my mini me because every time people tell me I have energy, I never knew what that looks like until Ivani came into the picture. And isn't she? Who is the loudest in the house? Ivani or me, both of us, but I think Ivani, right? I have to buy this girl headphones, right? Because she is so loud, right? She's so energetic. She's always wanting to do things, and the creativity, right? As you all know, even doing this video and everything I do, I try to be super creative, but I will not be as creative as I am if it was not for her. So what do you like to do, Ivani? Why does creativity mean so much to you? You do the games, right? You do the video editing. You draw on the iPad. Why do you love to be so? Why are you so creative? What is so important about being creative, Avani?
It helps me soothe myself, and it helps me calm down sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's just it's like a very fun sport to me, kind of, and a very fun hobby to do.
Yeah.
That's why I like it a lot.
Okay. So we never ask this question, y'all, right? We always tell the kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? But I'm not gonna ask that. I am gonna ask a different question, right? What inspires you to do what do you think your inspire what do you think what are you inspired to be? That's what I'm gonna ask. What are you inspired to be, right? We gotta have good coaching questions, right? What are you inspired to be, Malika?
This might sound like really like, I feel like everyone says it, but my mom truly inspires me so much. And I do want to own my own business one day. I don't really know what right now, but my mom is just such a big inspiration. And I just want to have the freedom to just work when I want and just no limit to how much money I can make. And yeah, I just want to be just like my mom.
And the freedom. But you gotta tell them about your business. You have started. She taught me about yes, yeah. She taught me about drop shipping. Tell them a little bit about that. And you
I do like love learning about just finance and just side hustles. And I did find out like about drop shipping a few years ago, but I never really fully pursued it. I am starting to now, and I want to sell these like fire flame diffusers because I think it's a really cool idea. But yeah, I do want to start drop shipping as maybe just a side hustle in the summer. Yeah.
yeah. But you also told me she's also very big. What class are you taking today? Is if one of the most and this is something where we as at least when I grew up, I really was never taught. The financial literacy piece is so important for these young kids, right? And I think what inspired me is when she's doing a dual degree, by the way. So she's very modest. So not only is she going to high school, but she's also doing college at the same time. She's in the 3D Scholar program. And within those programs, this is the first time she's learned about financial literacy, right? So you guys learn about what are some of the things that really interested you about that class?
The main thing I learned in that class is how you can use taxes, not taxes, sorry. What is it?
Taxes or
No, like how you can like tax loopholes.
oh, the tax loopholes? Yeah.
Yeah. So I do want to like learn how like you can
It's okay. Just you did the stock markets, you did the financial.
yeah, start stock market. Oh, what I'm learning, so I'm taking financial literacy at my high school right now, and my teacher is really big on teaching us how to like invest in the stock market, which I do want to start doing. And yeah, investing eventually in like properties, also like real estate.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So we were talking about yesterday, and she's like, I think one of the things that holds us a lot is, and I think every small business or every business talks about capital, right? But if you want to do any business, even when I started, right, I didn't have capital before, but I found a way to do it, right? You if you have the passion to do whatever you do, and that's what I tell her, like you'll figure out how to go out and get the money and obviously make that work for you, right? That's a lot of the things you're learning in that. And then Ivani, what is the most important thing that you're learning right now in school?
We're learning. Well, first we're learning about how to be not be how to what is it called? What is it called? Like trade and how like they traded back in the days and how Native Americans used to live back in the days and in math. I really have to learn this. We're learning about decimals, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. And I'm doing very good. I'm very good at it. My teacher says I'm very good at it. Shout out to Miss Major. But
Shout out to Miss Major.
if she sees this, but it's very fun in school right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah. And then and you're learning what is the most important thing, I think, multiplications, right? We have, so let me tell you about this new school thing, right? I mean, I have such a profound respect for educators. I mean, I've done my PhD, of course, and I'm also very big on education, very big on that. But I could tell you this, you don't know how many times, right? We get homework and I am, pinging their teacher on how to actually do the work, right? Even with my PhD, I still cannot do the math, right? And the concept behind it, the multiplication, and what are you using? Arrays and
no,
stuff like
it's
that?
an array, and she doesn't. She uses the old school division sign. She doesn't know the new school division sign.
So I don't know the new school division sign.
You do the slant. It's a this, a dot, and a dot.
Oh, really? So you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Like if you step back sometimes and just kind of watch the way the kids learn. I mean, they could teach you some, a thing or two. And so one of the things that Ivani really, like I said, she has really taught is it's been humbling. Of course, coming from an 18-year-old now and then going back, she's still in elementary school, and and she's talking about her teachers, right? I think that's how much I know they love education, right? That's what I give so much respect to these teachers, because when they come home, they make such a difference to these kids on a daily basis. Yes, Miss Major, yeah, shout out to her, because they come in and it's odd, but it's not the rigid way of you learning. But that's what they enjoy, right? They come in and they talk about their learning lessons, and we're always fighting because I have to go back to YouTube and I have to go to Cayenne Academy so I can be able to, kind of teach them. And shout out to my brother who's an engineer, and he's very very good at like math, and so we get this opportunity to really, learn as a community, and I love that, right? And so, Ivani, what do you think what is your inspiration when you grow up? What do you want to be when you think about it?
Um, I really have two things. It's either I kind of want to build my own gym.
You want to build your own. Are you trying to tell me I need to go to the gym?
No, not like a gym gym.
Oh,
Like
like
the
what?
sports and learning conference gym and like gymnastics and stuff.
Oh, so you want to have a building that has like the different things,
And
the gymnastics?
like karate, gymnastics, like a whole other bunch of stuff.
Yes.
And I want to be an artist too.
An artist? What kind of artist?
Um, a painting and drawing artist, I guess.
I'm painting and drawing artist. So she's talking about the learning complex. So I live in Prince George's County, and as all you all know, I'm very big on community. I'm very big on giving back to the community. So this is actually that's the center, right, where these two girls have grown up. You started gymnastics there when she was how old? Like 2, 3?
Very
Very young, right? And then of course we have, she's grown up. I don't even know she could do gymnastics as well, but maybe, we'll talk about that. She's not as I don't. Are you as flexible as you used to be?
Definitely not because of how much I run. And you don't stretch as much as you need to if doing like a sport like gymnastics, but you still need to have that flexibility.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm saying that because of the power of community, right? The power of giving back or interacting with the environment in which you're in, right? So the Learning Complex Center is somewhere I also grew up. They have a great gym. Like she said, that's why she does gymnastics. She's done karate there. And I mean, every time you walk in there, it's such an amazing center. Shout out to Wayne Carey. I think he's the one who endorsed that building out there. And we spend a lot of time there. I go to gym. What did we do yesterday? We were in the track and field. And so and then that's the other thing, right? Sometimes we feel like we can't make time, right? We're so busy. My world is so crazy, so busy, and you all know that. But, these girls, they encourage me on a daily basis. Like yesterday, me and Ivani, I was not feeling like working out at all, but she's like, yeah, let's go in the track. And of course, they make me look like, they every time we're in the track, Malika, this is what she does, first of all. Amani will run laps around me, and so will Malika. By the time I am done running my, 2 miles, they've already done like, how many miles? You've probably done like 5, 10 miles by the time. And I'm not competing with them, but they give you the motivation that you need. So it's really nice, as much as, I mean, there's a lot going on, right? There's a lot going on in the world. And like you just said, sometimes moms are stretched, or women, we are stretched to the max, right? And we wonder why how we get up on a daily basis and continue to do this, right? And like I said, I had my daughter when I was very young too, right? But look at us. I figured it out. I believed in myself as a woman. I surrounded myself with very powerful women. I believed in my family. My mom is also my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister. I mean, my sister is now in Texas, so shout out to Lucy, raising her own family, and of course my other families here, my dad and my mom, and they are really the powerhouse behind this too. These two kids here are so spoiled, ain't you? Right? What is it that you love about your grandparents so much?
I just love going shopping with my grandpa, and I just love spending time with them because they're just honestly the best grandparents I can pass to.
Yeah. And Buddy, what about you?
I love when my grandma takes me to Five and Below.
Men below.
And she takes me, and my grandpa likes to take me to Sweet Frog, and we sing Brody Up, and we go shopping.
And then he always gives us money. Doesn't he always give us gas money?
Gas money,
Use money for the week, so.
money.
And where does he take you every time he picks you up?
McDonald's.
Yeah, so they always take them to McDonald's, even though sometimes I'm like, no, we're not eating at McDonald's. But yeah, their grandparents spoil them, right? So that community, my parents, big shout out to you all. My brother too, like my nieces and nephew, Malik and Rehemer, and yeah, right? They're here, Nash and Mugo, and Mugo. So what is it? What do you like to do with your nieces? And they're tall, by the way. So my nephews and nieces, you think my girls are tall, but they're tall. And I'm gonna say another thing. Like, let me see your shoes. See, look. I'm hoping that sometime next year she's gonna have 1 inch bigger than me, right? I wear a size 7, and now you're wearing 7, right? Or
7.5.
7.5. But she tries to fit in my shoes. I don't understand. So I know y'all got teenagers in the house. These are my shoes, but it's okay. We're not going to embarrass you. We share. We are a sharing family. And look, Avani's like, I don't share with you. So anyway, I say that because yeah, it's just been fun. I never thought in a million years I will get to a point where, I really, when I was raising the kids, it was hard. I'm not gonna lie, right? I worked full time. Ooh, oh gosh, my daycare took all the money because not only did I bring the kids super early, I was always late. So, and you know how they used to do back in the day where you pay, what, $5 every minute you're late? So they took a lot of my money, but it's okay. They took care of my kids, so that's good, right? And so it's been phenomenal. It's been a journey. And now, looking back, as a leader and looking back to where we are, it feels like it come full circle. And you know what? Are you driving now? Are you driving?
I am driving. I've been driving for about 5 or 6 months now, on my own.
Yes. So yeah, payback time. I get to send her places, which is really nice. But it is
No.
Yeah. She's like no, but I tell you to go to the stores that you like, which is great, right?
I guess.
Yeah. She's in Chick-fil-A all the time with her friends, and I'm like, well, get me a meal when you're in Chick-fil-A, right? Or the beauty supply store. She loves going to the beauty supply store, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not that bad. So anyway, I say that because now we come full circle, and now we love spending time together. What was your best vacation? We've been to quite a lot of places.
Definitely. We went to the Virgin Islands this summer, and I loved it because we just had such a good time there. We went snorkeling.
Oh
Yeah, like we saw
Oh, we got to show them the pictures.
fishes, big sharks.
We saw
No, what is that thing? What is that? A stingray.
It's close to
Yes, clear water, right?
got to see beautiful. I got to see a thing that long like worm looking thing that we saw in the sand.
I don't know where.
I don't know what they're called.
When we were in the water, we saw one.
You saw one? But it is true. Let me tell you, you will not catch me going that far snuggling, right? It's not gonna happen. But this two brave souls, right? We met a guy who runs I think it's the Girl Scout or Boy Scout. I think yeah, Boy Scout, right?
And they got
And of course, they wanted to experience the ocean, and I'm not getting in the water like that, at least that deep, right? And so he got a chance, and yes, they went snuggling. What about Puerto Rico? Don't you? I love Puerto Rico. I'm sorry.
Puerto Rico was like really fun.
Yeah.
We got to do a lot of more things, but St. Thomas was really fun for like the views, the pictures, and the experience kind of.
We went horseback riding. That was probably the best part of my Puerto Rico trip last summer was horseback riding. It was super fun.
How many people did it take to get me on the horse?
Oh, it took like 3, right? 3 or 2.
So now I actually, let me tell you, I did not know how fit you need to be, right? When you're riding a horse.
Yeah, I had to give
Like, so if you're going to go horse back in there, you better get on that. You better get to that gym, right? Because they are so big. What is it? What is it? Shadow?
No, mine was Dora.
Dora?
Or-
And I had Shadow.
No, mine was Tequila.
Tequila or something? Oh, it's tequila. It's Puerto Rico. So that,
Tequila.
So anyway, it was Puerto Rico. We had a really good time. Yeah, horseback riding. All right. So let me say. So as we close, and let me say this. This interview was really really important to me because a lot of people see me in the spotlight. A lot of people see a lot of the social media that we do, but I could not even do anything different in Women's Month, right? Than highlight. I could sit there and put my favorite mentors, like and Oprah is one of my favorite mentors, right? Joe Oprah. They call me Joe Oprah. I mean, I could go up and I could go on a list of women I admire so much. But behind all of that, right, there is still these two beautiful girls that I always come home to every single night. And I treasure everything they're teaching me, even at my age, right? And sometimes, if, I've learned a lot from them, right? And I give gratitude to my two girls. Even during this interview, y'all, let me tell you, you could see the behind the scenes pictures that we were trying to do to get them. And I think Malika is very shy. And like I said, Ivani is.
Not.
Yes, you are. You're a little bit shy. But see, you said even this is really important to me because you know what, they get to see that they're like, oh, we're gonna be on YouTube, right? That's what got them, by the way. They're like, there's like as long as you put us on social media and we look good. But anyway, this is Women's Month, right? So to all the women out there who have ever doubted themselves, right? To every woman out there who feels like that you can't, you gotta put a box or a limit in anything that you want to accomplish, right? Whether it's motherhood, whether it be a CEO, right? Whether it's being an athlete, right? Whatever that looks like, right? Make sure that you go for it, right? And then trust the process. As a mom, women have the strength it takes to make this world a better place, right? And I'm hoping that I can, as my girls are growing up, right, I could also impart the same thing. Like you just said, they talked about they love their community gymnastics that we do here, and they love the teamwork that I'm teaching them here, which is teamwork. And so that is something that I really really treasure, right? So I am going to ask them for one. If there's one last thing, Malika, that you want to share with a lot of the women out there, the world, what would you say it is?
I would say just keep going and just to be as strong as possible in everything you do and just do everything you do to your best potential. And yeah.
Okay. And Ivani, if you were to say something inspiring to the crowd, what would you say?
Um, uh, like I said,
No, just say
um,
one sentence. If you were to share a message with your friends, like you do when you're playing, what is that game? Roblox.
Dandy's Road.
Dandy's World? Okay, that game. What would you tell the young generation? What would you tell your friends?
I would say to keep going and s- uh, keep practicing and don't give up, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, don't give up, right? Don't give up, right? Yeah, life is not always like a linear process, but you got to embrace. And I love the work of intersectionality, which is of course Crenshaw. I'm sorry, I was trying to remember her name. She does so much work of intersectionality, and this is what it looks like, right? It's embracing your whole self, uh, everything that you bring to the world, right? And so being a mom, being a boss, being a CEO, being a coach, all of that, right? So this was one of the most exclusive interviews, and I'm gonna treasure this, right? And I'm gonna replay this, and so we'll tune in. And thank you all. It was really great to do this interview. What an honor.